Diddy is panicking. Buckle up, everyone. Today we're peeling back the layers on one of music's most shocking scandals. From secret tapes and suspicious parties to unsettling rumors swirling around Diddy's relationship with Justin Bieber. Is it all just industry hearsay, or is there something far darker beneath the surface? You won't believe what Jaguar Wright has revealed about the hidden side of fame. Get ready, because this story is about to blow your mind. Let's rewind for a moment and look at how Justin Bieber first crossed paths with Diddy, and why Jaguar Wright is blowing the whistle on their relationship. Long before any lawsuits or scandalous rumors, a young Bieber was on a rocket to stardom, attracting the attention of music powerhouses. Diddy, a mogul celebrated for his extravagant lifestyle, seemed eager to mentor this rising pop sensation. But according to industry insiders, Jaguar Wright chief among them, this mentorship was far from innocent. Wright claims that from the moment Bieber stepped into Diddy's orbit, he was exposed to an adult world of late-night parties, secret freak-off gatherings, and unsettling power dynamics. The biggest question: was Bieber truly being guided, or was he being groomed? It all allegedly started with a 48-hour stretch, a time period Wright insists was pivotal. She describes it as Bieber's initiation into Diddy's world, hinting that what happened behind closed doors might explain much of Bieber's sudden shift in behavior. Over-the-top gifts, like flashy cars and luxurious getaways, only deepen the speculation that there was more to this friendship than met the eye. The deeper you dig, the more disturbing the puzzle becomes. Wright isn't just pointing fingers at Diddy. She's also calling out other industry heavyweights who stood by, or even enabled what she describes as exploitative behavior. If her accusations are true, it wasn't just Justin Bieber at risk. Many other young artists might have been caught in the same toxic web. So how did we get here? And why is Jaguar Wright so determined to pull back the curtain now? Keep watching, because in just a moment, we'll explore the evidence she claims to have. Evidence that, if released, could turn this entire scandal into one of the biggest takedowns in music industry history. But here's where things take an even darker turn. Amid the swirl of speculation about Diddy's mentorship with Bieber, new claims emerged, claims suggesting that other young artists had gone through the same thing. Jaguar Wright was no longer a lone voice in the wilderness. Online forums lit up with chatter about freak-off parties, alleged instances of coercion, and hidden tapes that, if made public, could ruin entire careers. It wasn't just Bieber's name at stake anymore. Reports started linking celebrities like Usher, Meek Mill, and others to the same disturbing pattern. Yet the true lightning rod came in the form of Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy. While Cassie's story focused on her own experiences, it threw a spotlight on Diddy's broader behavior behind the scenes. Fans began combing through old interviews and photos, pointing out every suspicious moment involving him and Bieber, every awkward interaction, every over-the-top gift, every lingering embrace at a party. Jaguar Wright insisted that people connect the dots. Why was Bieber always surrounded by much older men late at night? Why did he appear visibly uncomfortable in certain videos featuring Diddy? And most importantly, who was really protecting a teenager thrust into unimaginable fame and power? All these questions boiled down to one central concern. Did the industry fail Justin Bieber, allowing him to be exploited in plain sight? Jaguar Wright didn't hold back when she claimed that the so-called mentors in Bieber's life were driven by something more sinister than just profit or star power. According to her, one look at Diddy's history, his parties, his whispered rumors, his alleged videotapes, paints a far more troubling picture. And let's be clear, these are not casual allegations. Wright insists she has seen or heard enough to believe that Bieber's life and well-being were jeopardized by the very people who were supposed to guide him. In her eyes, the question isn't whether something happened. It's how deep the damage goes. And if even a fraction of these claims turn out to be true, the entire music industry might finally be forced to confront some of its darkest secrets. One of the most unsettling aspects of these revelations is how Usher himself was once under Diddy's so-called guardianship. Usher has hinted at the trials he endured, living with Diddy at a very young age, and the secrecy surrounding that experience has only fueled speculation. So when Usher extended a similar hand to Justin Bieber, ushering him into Diddy's orbit, people began to question whether it was genuine mentorship or history doomed to repeat itself. Jaguar Wright doesn't mince words. She believes that what happened to Bieber was no accident, that Diddy's pattern of grooming goes back years. From lavish gifts to suspicious late-night gatherings, the same MO crops up time and again. What makes it all the more tragic, Wright says, is that young artists like Bieber have little recourse. They're beholden to the industry power players controlling their careers and bankrolling their lifestyle. Adding further fuel to the fire, talk of hidden tapes and discreetly recorded footage has led some to wonder how many other A-listers could be implicated if everything came to light. Jaguar Wright suggests that certain videos are rumored to have been sold on the dark web for astronomical sums, prompting new questions about just how deep these alleged blackmail schemes run. Whether it's the truth or just another rumor in an industry driven by sensationalism, one thing is clear: the conversation has reached a point where it can't simply be ignored. And through it all, Justin Bieber remains tight-lipped, having never explicitly spoken out against Diddy, despite publicly acknowledging that he went through some very dark times. The silence, both his and that of others who might know more, leaves a gaping void. For every shocking claim Jaguar Wright makes, there's an equally haunting absence of denial from the people who could set the record straight. In the midst of all this, Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy became a catalyst for people to start connecting the dots. Suddenly, fans were scrutinizing old clips of Diddy's interactions with Bieber, moments that, at first glance, seemed like playful banter or over-the-top generosity. Now, viewed under a darker lens, they look like potential red flags. The stark difference between Bieber's early innocence and his troubled period later on only intensified suspicions that something traumatic might have happened. Meanwhile, other big names kept surfacing: Jamie Foxx, Meek Mill, and even comedians like Kevin Hart, hinting in various interviews and social media posts that Diddy's parties were more than just star-studded gatherings. Some claimed these events involved power plays, blackmail-ready video footage, and a level of secrecy enforced by fear. The buzz around alleged freak-off parties reached a fever pitch when rumors emerged that certain videos had been sold on the dark web for astronomical figures. It's a narrative that sounds straight out of a conspiracy thriller. A powerful music mogul controlling careers, keeping a vault of compromising tapes, and silencing anyone who dares speak out. Yet Jaguar Wright's consistency in calling out these practices, along with growing support from fans who say they always sensed something was off, has given her words a weight that's hard to dismiss. Where does this leave Justin Bieber? Haunted by a past he rarely addresses in public, and possibly bound by legal or emotional constraints that keep him from telling his side of the story. Whether he'll ever choose to, or be able to, speak freely remains one of the biggest unanswered questions lingering over this entire saga. And then there's the Jamie Foxx connection, which sent shockwaves through social media. Foxx's abrupt health scare raised eyebrows when rumors surfaced that he might have been targeted for knowing too much about what went on behind Diddy's closed doors. Cat Williams fanned the flames by suggesting there was more to Foxx's hospital stay than a mere medical emergency, implying it was a direct result of him distancing himself from Diddy's secret freak-off lifestyle. Jaguar Wright doubled down on these claims, insisting that Foxx was among those who occasionally filmed Diddy's gatherings, inadvertently landing himself in a dangerous position. Stories circulated of Foxx following Diddy around at parties, camera rolling, capturing moments never meant for public consumption. If Wright's allegations are accurate, those tapes could be a ticking time bomb for everyone involved, from top-tier artists to the executives enabling them. As for the bigger picture, the question becomes, who else might be tangled up in this web of power, influence, and hidden agendas? Wright believes that the tight-lipped silence from so many A-list celebrities speaks volumes. Whether it's fear, hush money, or a shared complicity, she argues that the industry's code of silence has allowed these dark practices to flourish. But times are changing. The blowback from Cassie's lawsuit and other ongoing investigations suggests that what was once whispered behind closed doors is now center stage. More people are stepping forward, more lawsuits are being filed, and the once unquestioned dominance of certain industry titans is starting to show cracks. For Justin Bieber, and anyone else who might have been hurt in the process, those cracks could finally let in the light they've been waiting for. In the end, all roads lead back to one simple truth. For years, rumors about Diddy's dark side have swirled within the industry, yet rarely have they caught the public eye with such intensity. With Cassie's lawsuit shining a light on alleged abuse and Jaguar Wright's unfiltered revelations adding fuel to the fire, more and more people are finally asking the hard questions. Is this just the tip of the iceberg? If the tapes are real, and if they ever see the light of day, who else will be implicated? Meanwhile, Justin Bieber's silence remains one of the most unsettling parts of this entire saga. For a star whose life has been so public, his guarded posture whenever Diddy's name comes up speaks volumes. As Wright insists, sometimes silence isn't about denial, it's about survival. And if there's any truth to these allegations, Bieber may have reasons to keep his experiences locked tightly away. Ultimately, the potential fallout could redefine how the music industry handles its own scandals. Powerful figures don't remain untouchable forever, and once one brave voice steps forward with verifiable proof, the dominoes might start falling faster than anyone expects. Until that day comes, the lingering question is whether the secrets will stay buried, or if this entire empire will come crashing down. So where does that leave us? We're staring at a tangled tapestry of secret parties, possible hidden tapes, and powerful people who have stayed silent far too long. Diddy's public persona as a suave business mogul is now coming under scrutiny like never before, while the very artists who once praised him are finding themselves at the center of a storm they can't quite outrun. Is this a long overdue reckoning for one of music's biggest power players? Or will the industry's code of silence protect the status quo yet again? Either way, Jaguar Wright's explosive statements have forced everyone to consider what and who might be lurking behind the scenes. Let's be real. If even half of these allegations prove true, the fallout could be massive, reshaping the way we view not just Diddy, but the entire entertainment world. Until then, the questions remain, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think there's more to this story than meets the eye? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. If you found this video eye-opening, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new deep dive into the stories shaping our culture. Stay tuned, there's more to uncover, and you'll want to be the first to know.